I applied in Cambridge, Oxford, and King's. I got in all three. I've worked day and night. I know so many smart people who should be here and doing these amazing things.
Meet Shafia Shahid, a passionate full-stack engineer dedicated to building the future, one innovative product at a time.
And there's a common culture in software. Don't work for a company, for more than 2 to 3 years. After 3 years, your learning curve is very flat. I start from the right hour that the thing has started, and I don't, put things through tomorrow. Just start studying at the right age and start working at the right age so that you don't wake up at the age of 30 feeling that you have wasted your life.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today, we are going to share some really cool things with you that is related to our platform that is Zengit. Everybody knows that Zengit is about bright minds and bright futures. We are trying to connect these two things together. Today, we will be discussing about how we can actually take benefit of the opportunities that science and engineering is actually providing. As you guys are aware that we will be starting this podcast with our ambassadors, starting with the people from the science and engineering industry. So today we have one of our CS expert here. Expert I am calling because she's such a successful candidate at such a young age. We have Shafia Shahid here. She's our special guest, and she's here to discuss all the tech things, how they are helping her to shape her future, how she can, help us to get to some tricks and tips that can help us to be tech in our life. And there are some insights and experiences as well she would like to share about computer science. So Shahid is a full stack developer. She's currently pursuing his degree in software engineering in University of Oxford. And she has this extensive experience as well, where her current role at one of the industry is as project engineer. She is using this user productivity tools in order to enhance her or in order to share her innovative designs, such as the customizable dashboard for people operation. She has been a graduate earlier at University of National University of Science and Technology as well. So she will be sharing her experience today with us, how she actually secured a master's in University of Oxford as well. She is currently living over there and pursuing her career also. So Shafia, please introduce yourself to our audience.
Hi, everyone, whoever is watching. So my name is Shafia, and I graduated in 2018. I did my bachelor's in software engineering, and since then I've been just working day and night. I wouldn't say that I did one job and it landed me here. I have worked day and night for the field I graduated in, and along that, this opportunity came in as a remote worker, and the company really liked me. They wanted me to move over, but due to some personal reasons, I couldn't move earlier. So I moved in 2022, and I now work and live in London. And I had always been wanting to pursue my studies, do a master's degree, but I never got the time. The time wasn't right, I would say. And then after coming over here, settling a bit, talking to my founder, who was very supportive of the fact that everyone should pursue the studies if they want to. I got into University of Oxford. I applied in Cambridge, Oxford, and King's. I got in all three, and Oxford has been one of the dreams. So I started my master's over there. I'm halfway through. I just started. It's a 4-year program, but I'm trying to do it in just first 2 years. And so I'm halfway through. And yeah, that's right about it, I think.
Thanks, Shafia, for your brief introduction. So we would really like to start discussing how actually you became a software engineer and what is your educational background. Would you like to tell us about that?
Yeah, so I've been I've been brought up in a family which is very, very academic inclined. They've always been, all about studies, all about education. So, I was named Shafia because my father always wanted me to be a doctor. So till the end of A levels, I had this bio versus mathematics war against him. And usually in A levels, you take like 3 subjects, and you either take pre-medical or you either take pre-engineering. But my personal choice was pre-engineering, but I had to keep my father happy, so I took pre-medical too. And when it came to choosing a career and choosing the path for the further education, I had to take a gap year since after my A levels, that because I wanted to convince my father to let me go into the field that I like. It's not that I did not like medical. I liked it too, but I think my brain and my heart was with mathematics and logical stuff. Also, when I took a break, it was also because I thought that I'll give it a shot. I study for my pre-meds exams and stuff, and my mother got sick. I was never able to take those exams. I never wanted to go to NAST either. I always had this temptation towards Ghulam Isa Khan, and I wanted to go to that university. But my mom got so sick that I wasn't able to take any other exams other than NUST, and I took NUST as in the first course, and I never got to the actual exam either. But the first exam was pretty good that I did not have to take the other one, and I ended up in NUST. Since coding is very closely associated to mathematics, so that was one of the choices that I took. I wasn't too sure of what I'm getting into because I hadn't coded before that, but I just associated it with logical stuff. That's how I got into NUST, and it was also near my house, so I did not want to travel because I had to be with my mother at that time. Being at NUST was a great, I think, start to my software engineering career, because we all know how NUST lays all those basic groundwork for you. I wouldn't say that they would teach you all those things that industry requires you from. Like it requires you to do that, but it lays the groundwork. Once you graduate, you are that person who can just learn everything now because you have your bases very, very strongly built. So NUST played that really good role in clearing my basic knowledge, building me a contact environment also. And secondly, since I mentioned that my family was very much towards the education stuff, and I always had this pressure of getting all the good grades and stuff. So all through my career, all through my degree, I scored really well. And I would say that people who say that GPA doesn't matter, it does. Even till date, it does. Even I am doing another degree, it will always matter. And so I ended up scoring a gold medal in NUST, and that was
Wow, that's
good
incredible.
for me to that was good for me to get into my first job. Wherever I applied, I got in. But at that time, you know how the industry is, you're really not sure where you want to go. Do you want to go into development? Do you want to go into data? So you're not sure. The first job that I got into was development, but it wasn't as interesting as I required it to be. So I changed my job immediately, like 3 months later, and then I started the job. I started a job in a US based company. It was a Silicon Valley, I think VC funded company. It was huge. It was a scale up, and it was a great environment to work in and start your career off with that. So I started my work as a front end developer, just very, very niche and very limited. A lot of people just started as a full stack developer, but I did not want to do that. I just wanted to excel at one part of it and then become a full stack developer. So I started there. I worked for a year. Then there was a really good company, Red Buffer, who reached out to me. They're also US based. They have their headquarters in San Jose, and their another headquarters in Islamabad. So I worked with them as a full stack developer, and then I was promoted into the lead for front end because I had been working for a year, and I led the team. I had people, I think 2 people under me who I trained. While I was working at Red Buffer, COVID wave came, COVID hit, everything was shut down. We were at homes. Since we were at homes, I had a lot of time at my hand because a 9 to 6 is, I think, just for newbies and I think beginners who who are who are just okay with their career. But I wasn't okay, so I just started looking for good options. There was this guy from my class who was working in a company and his workload was too much, so he reached out to me because of my stack was aligned with him and he wanted me to share his contract officially. So then I talked to his CEO. He was very happy to take me on board as a contract sharing. I was working full time with Red Buffer. I took a contract sharing with them. Only a couple of months later, they just wanted me to, come on board full time. So I had to resign to Red Buffer because this company was massive. Their aim was massive. The company was called CityMass. It was founded in the UK, and they had multiple products. They were all about accessibility and how to be inclusive for everyone, for differently abled, and for the people who have an issue with web accessibility, physical accessibility. So I worked on multiple products. One of the product that I solely worked on is now deployed with a lot of huge companies, and Superdrug is one of it. Superdrug is one of the drugstore in UK, which is huge, and the plugin that I solely developed and created is now deployed on it. So it feels good to have your products being recognized like that. While I was working for her, I worked for I think 3 years with CityMass. I was under a very, very strong leadership. She was a Chinese woman who solely founded the company, and she had huge aims. She was very hardworking, and I think those are the few takeaways from her that I took, because when you see a woman excelling who is hardworking, you take that away.
So
from
you
her.
really want
Not
to give
take
her
that
some
away.
credit.
Yeah,
Like,
obviously. Yeah,
that's great.
I would say that she made me work on the edge of my seat because it was very intensive. It was all long hours. We might sometimes just wake up at 6 a.m. and still work, all through the day till the night, till 10 a.m. Whatever the time zone is. She was working on a different time zone, but we would still be doing all that. But it was great working experience. While I was doing that, I reached out to Zelt, where I'm working now. And because it was time for me to move on, I had worked for them for 3 years, and there's a common culture in software. Don't work for a company, for more than 2 to 3 years. After 3 years, your learning curve is very flat. So it was time for me to move on and learn a bit more, especially because I was leading the position, and I did not have much to look up to now. And
So do you
I think
think
it was
that
my time.
this trend is actually correct? I have seen so many people practicing this, like with one of my previous employer. I have seen people leaving just because they think like they have learned enough things here, and now like that thing has been there isn't anything that they will be learning anything new in that industry or in that company. So do you really think that matters actually, like based upon your experience?
I think it only depends on the company. If the company has an ongoing thing, then you might be able to learn more. But if there's one product and you're already done with it and you've made it, now it's all maintenance work, then I think you should move and you should learn from your next
Right.
job at least. Because
I think
now,
it all depends. I think it all depends on as to how you develop your employees. Once the employees start feeling that there's no development, there's no new skill learning, there's monotony in the job. So that is when they would just, want to switch the job when it becomes boring for them, when they because at the end of the day, it's not just about the salary that is coming at the end of
That's
the
true.
month. You need to grow
Absolutely.
in life.
Yeah.
So yeah. Shafia, I
Great.
have a question. What particular skill set or what particular quality as a person do you think you have that has made you so successful at such a young age?
I think um, I am a very hardworking person, and I never give up. And the thing is that I never put things on that, I don't procrastinate. I don't delay things. I start from the right hour that the thing has started, and I don't, put things to tomorrow. The thing, uh, even, I think I have this time anxiety since the beginning of time, that if the paper is like 1 hour long, I would just finish in it half an hour, because I have this thing that I will run out of time. So this psyche of mine sometimes put me in a lot of pressure too. Maybe sometimes it is time to chill and take some time off, but I don't do that. Sometimes it's bad, but I think in most times it helps you to grow.
Mhm. Yeah.
So our viewers
Um,
should really be taking notes of these things. Then if they want to be successful, time is still not
yeah.
lost. They need to, follow time. I personally think like I need to learn this skill because I feel like I'm just losing some focus in my life. But yeah, that's really helpful. And
I think
Shafia,
one of the things that my manager always says in this company, she's also a woman, and a very inspiring one. So
mhm,
she says, when you feel like 24 hours are not enough in one day, that is when you're growing.
wow, that's so
Wow.
inspirational
That's
actually.
very, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Shafia, one thing I would really like to know, like, what advice you would give to such young ladies today who are actually studying in universities, like who has chosen this field actually. Like this trend is there. I'm not sure about West, but we still feel like if if a woman is a coder, she must not be that much good. She must not be that much compatible, or she's not that much technical person. Like she can be a coder, but she cannot compete with any man like from the skill side. So I have seen this trend in some of the industries, in some of the other companies that I have interacted with. So what advice would you like to give to such young ladies? Like what skill they should be actually focusing on, and how can we actually, just remove or just, make something which should actually just, make this trend go away. Like women can also be, techies, they can also survive really tough technical jobs.
Positive Nation impacts 21 million lives around the world. By doing positive acts of kindness around the world. Every heartfelt plea builds a future where every soul is free. From every corner of the earth to every single face, we're spreading kindness, leaving a loving trace. We're Positive Nation, where hope lights the way. With 7 billion people, we'll rise every day. Through positive acts of kindness, let our voices sing. We're creating a world where positivity reigns. When the road is long and the night is cold, hold on to the love, let your heart be bold. In every act of kindness, in every care. Join us and be a part of the Positive Nation community. We're Positive Nation, where hope lights the way. With 7 billion people, we'll rise every day.
I think
I
this is
think,
a very specific question with regards to the field of technology.
Yeah,
Women
that's
being just pushed behind. Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, I don't want to be the party pooper and say that it is somewhat correct. In my
Mm.
experience, I did have, some internees or some people, some girls that lacked that skill. And
Mhm.
I wouldn't say that it's gender based. It's just that I think that sometimes the girls are not, um, you know, they're not encouraged enough to focus on the right things, because since day one, the guy, when the guy is born, he knows that he has to earn money, he has to do these things,
Mm.
and he has this uh I think encouragement, and also a sword hanging, that if I want to earn, I want to be able to provide for my family.
Like sense of
But
responsibility is already there for men
for
in
for
our
for
society.
men, and
Yeah.
I think that is what makes them better at whatever they do, because that's their source of earning, their source of survival and for their family. But as when it comes to girls, they, even if girls want to do something, they have some discouragement coming from the society around us, that why do you want to have a degree, why do you want to study, why do you want to work, you'll end up having kids. And but the way
Doing
the world
house
is shaping
chores.
up, it's you won't survive on one income. And
Yeah.
I think it's high time for us, for actually for Pakistani girls, to wake up, to focus on the right things at the right time. Do not wake up at the age of 30 and realize, oh damn, I have not done anything till now. And this now, just start studying at the right age and start working at the right age, so that you don't wake up at the age of 30 feeling that you have wasted your life, because at that time it's very late to start.
And I think the elders are in our society need to realize the thing, wherever there is disencouragement for the girls, is that if a mother, if a girl is educated, that is how she is going to educate her children, and that is how the future generation of Pakistan or even the West is going to be educated. So I think more than the man, more than a boy, it falls upon the shoulders of a woman, of a lady, a girl, to educate her children, or maybe teach her the basics of life, and pour in that motivation in her children, whether be it sons or daughters. So I think it is more, if I have a son and then if I have a daughter, I would focus more on my daughter's education, because I
Yeah.
think that's more important in our society.
So a couple of months ago, I had this conversation with my product manager. She's from Russia, and she just learned out of nowhere that, and she came to me and she's like, I learned a very, very sad news about Pakistan, and I thought maybe something happened and I didn't know. She said the literacy rate is around 50%. And I was like, yeah. And in my heart, I thought to myself that she does not even know what literacy actually means in Pakistan. And literacy in Pakistan is being able to write your name and read your name. It's not having a bachelor's
Yeah.
degree. And she's coming from Russia, they have a literacy rate of 99%. So I think it's high time to, increase at least a literacy rate, so that we are aware of the fact of all these things around us. Because I think
It's
right
true.
now we are focusing on the wrong things, all the wrong things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that
And even
mindset
if
really
I
needs
think,
to be
even if
changed.
yeah, and even if we think, I think we belong to a household where we do encourage our girls, we would just encourage them to either, go towards the medical field, or
Yeah.
maybe start teaching, become a teacher. Because the reason behind it is because it inclines well with our married life. We were not used to seeing girls, behind the screens on laptops, wearing backpacks and, going about as coders, as developers, because we always thought that only a boy could do that. But I'm so
Yeah.
glad seeing you, Shafia, there as someone, I think, more successful than so many people out there, that too at such a young age, working full time and then managing a household, and then also studying in one of the most renowned universities in the world. So yeah, I think this mindset needs to change for our, and everything is becoming digitalized, technology is empowering the world. We need to realize that we need to have these people around us, good developers, good coders. So, our country would be able to economically prosper as well.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, great. So we are running out of time. There are so many things that I really want to discuss with Shafia, but we can, just cover up in a few important things that I really want to highlight here. So Shafia, I really want to know if there were any challenges, any, other uh, things that actually kept you from um approaching few things while you're study in UK or during your job, like there could be something that must have bothered you, or there is anything like maybe just because of that mindset, or if there is any skill that you thought that you're lacking in, or you really struggled with that right now with your current job over there?
So initially, I think everyone has their own set of challenges, and so did I since the beginning of time. I think right after my mother passed away in 2018, the life changed for all of us, for all our siblings. My father couldn't get to home for next 2 years of my mother's death, and at that time, it was very hard to get your pieces together and continue with your life. I remember after my mom's passing away, my final exams of my degree were 1 week later to that, and
Oh.
I was done. I did not want to get my exams, and but there were a lot of people who pushed me through, and I was able to do it. I was able to just go sit in an exam and do that, take that exam. I would still, I still have a couple of people in my mind who pushed me through all those time. I think you need some people to always rely on bank on, or at least tell you that you can do it, and let's move on and let's do these things, because you have your sister to take care now, or you have this responsibility or that responsibility. I had this amazing teacher in my university who I still talk to. She persuaded me. She helped me through my degree to finish it. Then later on, my friends were there. They helped me out. When I came to the UK, I think whatever challenges there were, they never stopped me. For me, challenges are a way to go forward. I don't get stopped by a challenge. If there's a challenge, that means that I'm going to go forward now. I am not going to stop. So challenges are always going to be there. Somebody is always going to be telling you, stop, do this, do that, but don't listen. Do yourself. Do it the way you want to do it.
So you really need to fight the challenges that you are facing in your real
Yeah,
life. So that is the
every day. If
really
you beat
nice.
one person, there are going to be two more in the next step. So you just need to know how to
That's
find
true.
that well.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
one more thing, Shafia, I really want you to, share the application process that you actually followed in order to get an admission over there, what kind of skill set is needed, so that whoever is watching this video, they can, take this benefit from your, experience. So if there is anything you would like to really share with our viewers.
So to getting a job in the UK, I got it from Pakistan. I was working remotely for the other company that was founded in UK, and then they reached out to me. I got in, and they had a probationary period of 3 months, and they wanted me to move right after the three months of probationary period. So the company needs to have the license, and my new company had the license, but my old company did not. So they wanted me to move, but I did not. The time wasn't right because I had my sister to take care of and I couldn't move at that time. So I told them that you need to wait a year for me to settle things down and then I'll move. They were very adamant in moving because for them it was very hard to manage multiple time zones. So right after I got married, I moved to the UK. I got it's called the skilled worker visa. So I got that visa. My husband came with me. He was working in Palo Alto, so it was very easy for him to shift to Palo Alto, from Palo Alto, Pakistan to Palo Alto, London. He still works there. As you, I think your next question would be applying into the Oxford University.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, administrative process and everything.
yeah, so the first and foremost thing is to apply into one of the topmost universities. I think it's University of Oxford and Cambridge. You need to have a good GPA. I think you need to have a GPA more than 3.5. Under that, you cannot apply. So after having that minimum requirement of 3.5, you can apply into it. There are multiple programs that you can apply for. I applied for the one that is software engineering, and I did not want to leave my job because I love my job. So I wanted a part-time degree. So my degree is part-time. That's why it's timed over 4 years. So I applied for the program. I got the initial acceptance. So first, there are two processes. The first is that the university accepts you. So the University of Oxford accepted me. After that acceptance, there are multiple colleges. So there are many colleges for each program, and you can, select all the colleges that you want to go. There are some prestigious ones, there are some part-time ones, whichever, see is a fit for your program. I applied for the one that offers part-time. There's only one that offers part-time, that is Kellogg College, which is mine. Once you do that, the college interviews you, and after that interview, you have to convince them that you're good enough for this university. After that interview, you just get in, and yeah, that's it.
So
Shafia, can you
everything
just
that
briefly,
go ahead,
sorry,
Rida.
can you just like briefly explain, give us examples of a few questions that they ask you in the interview that may help our, future aspirants to be able to
They are
conduct
not
it?
they're not technical interview. It's not a technical interview. It's more like an HR, or they are assessing if you are good enough for their program,
Mm,
because you might be a good academic, but you're not, that fit for University of Oxford. So University of Oxford wants a whole, a full package of personality for them. So they want to see if you'll come and you'll study, if you'll come and you'll do the hard work that Oxford requires, because Oxford is going
mm,
to, boil your brain at every course. So you need to
mm,
be ready for that. And they don't want to waste their seat on someone who would just quit in the middle. So you're not a
mm,
quitter. So the questions would be related to, if how can you manage and stuff. And also, because it's a professional master's, you need to be working somewhere. You cannot
mm,
directly apply for this master's.
mm. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like you should have a job while applying for the degree that you are currently, pursuing, and then
Yeah, that
um,
yeah. So I think that is recommended. I don't think it's a requirement that you need to be working. It's recommended. It helps you get into this program. But a lot of people do leave their jobs later, so that's fine. It's not a must that you need to keep working, but you need to have some professional background before. It's like an executive MBA.
Mm,
okay, perfect.
okay. Also,
All
Shafia,
right.
you need to understand that not everyone gets into Oxford. People, it's just everyone knows that, and also it's not that pocket friendly. I do, if I'm not wrong. So, do you suggest the students or the aspirants who are currently pursuing their degree, some maybe short courses, some certifications that may help them in their professional life? If there is any recommendation of that sort.
I think certifications are for the people of security. From security background, they
Mm,
need to have a lot of certification. For development, I think you just need to have a set of skills. So anything that helps you develop your skills, just do it. If it's a course, if it's a master. So for me, getting into Oxford was because I always had this dream. My mother always had this dream
mm,
for me to get into this, prestigious university, and my aim was different. I had already developed a lot of skills, but it was adding to those skills. But if you are starting and this is your first, instance of getting into software engineering, then you can just take some short courses to know if you even like it or not, and do
mm,
whatever you like. Don't push yourself to do something because that other person is successful in it.
is
Do
doing
if you like
yeah,
it, and you'll be
yeah,
successful in whatever you like.
true.
All right. I think we have taken a lot of your time, Shafia, today. It was really a nice session with you. And we can definitely end this now. Is there any special message that you want to give to youth today? Like especially the ones who are just, who are going to be our future engineers or scientists. Anything you want to, obviously there are so many advices from this podcast today. I have even taken notes for myself, but still, if there is something out of this, if you want to share, I would really appreciate that.
Okay. So my advice would be that I think all of us should get together now, and we really need to promote Pakistan in outside Pakistan at least, because when I sit in Oxford and I don't see a lot of Pakistanis around me, I just feel a little, not left
Left
out.
out.
I just feel I just feel that we should be here. We are smart people. I know so many smart people who should be here and doing these amazing things that other people are doing because they were encouraged to do it. So I think it's our time to shine, our time to do it, and we have all the material, all the opportunities, we have all these good universities that we should go to. We should focus on it. When we're doing it, we do it right. And yeah, we really need to put that literacy rate at least up by 20% now. And it's in our hands. It's definitely is in our hands now.
Perfect. Yeah, I think it's a really time for us to, leave a positive impact outside as well. And yeah, to encourage our own people, we need to be supportive towards our families. We need to spread this awareness. I hope everybody is learning as the day passes by. Thank you so much, Shafia. You are such an inspiration for us. From your professional background, from your educational background, I hope everybody who sees this video, they're taking something positive out of it. They're taking some, encouragement. So in order to pursue their education, in order to learn some new skills, in order to, grow themselves so that they can be at a place where you are right now at such a young age. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your time, Rida, as well. I hope
Thank you.
we can connect again with some other ambassador next time. Till then, take care,
Yeah.
everybody, and we should sign off for the day. Thank you so much.
Positive Nation impacts 21 million lives around the world. By doing positive acts of kindness around the
Every
world.
little gesture, every heartfelt plea builds a future where every soul is free. From every corner of the earth to every single face, we're spreading kindness, leaving a loving trace. We're Positive Nation, where hope lights the way. With 7 billion people, we'll rise every day. Through positive acts of kindness, let our voices sing. We're creating a world where positivity reigns. When the road is long and the night is cold, hold on to the love, let your heart be bold. In every act of kindness, in every care.
Join us and be a part of the Positive Nation community.